Alright, welcome to the stream. I'm Neozar, and I've been doing hard win streaks on FTL, and I'm on a 79 win streak now, so this will be run 80. Gone through the ships twice now in a random order, and most of the way through the third one. Last time we did Lanius A, and went alright in the end. A little bit of a rough start, but hopefully we'll have a little bit better time going with this one. So, random at the end, and we got Mantis B, which is the first Mantis ship we have in this cycle, which is funny because after this there's only the two other Mantis ships and two more ships, but really not such a bad situation to be in. Got the blue greens. Fallow. Hard, enabled, Mantis B, blue greens, fallow, aqua. Alright, I think we're all set here. Let me just check some of my settings real quick. Alright, yeah. So, it's kind of a funny ship. It's definitely, I've put it on a weaker tier in terms of consistent win rate because it has like a couple small but very critical issues in the beginning that don't necessarily take much to solve, but until you do them you're like very vulnerable to just having, just losing or almost losing or having a really bad time. But then it's like once you get like just a little bit, yeah, all of a sudden you can be so strong really easily and just have a very smooth time very quickly. And so it's a little funny. I was looking, I don't always do this, but sometimes like I'll look around at some guides before doing a run, and I actually checked a couple more than I usually do. Sometimes I'll just check like one, and I looked at 3 different people's guides, and each one suggested a different upgrade first, like strongly. So we got options. We got the engines upgrade, because engines 1 is just like terrible if you have to run and there's a number of ships you can't fight in the early game, and so there's certain setups that just destroy you, even with 2 shields. So getting engines 2 and then possibly 3 was one. Another one's getting teleporters, so you can have safer time, I think, against regular ships, and also be able to go against auto ships and kill them that way. And then the third was getting the medbay upgrade, so you can deal with the like O2 fire critical issue better. So I'm not entirely sure what I'll do. I mean, it also depends, what happens. So I get a decent layout here. A little bit of like a hole right here. So early stores also actually can be useful to us. Pheromones are an easy sell, and boarding drones definitely a possible sell too. You can do it for like a crew member, or a couple options there. Alright, I think I'm about set to get started here. Just want to like settle in here for a minute. So we're gonna do, so start one piloting, obviously, one in sensor, so you can see what's going on. The drones are all right. It's like better than not having them for sure, but I think we're gonna go to the distress. I think it's worthwhile with this ship. Lead them to their destination. 10 scrap. So I feel like that's just too convenient to not do that. So I'm not gonna like start naming everyone who said different things in the guides, but I think it was Mike's guide that said to do the engines first, and I tend to trust him. Not necessarily the most. That's not true, but I know that he had some data about the win rate versus the worst weapon setup you can run into, and how dramatic getting just the one engine point is. So it's like that feels worthwhile, especially since it's like the scrap lines up so nicely there. I don't really have a choice if I want something else. All right, I'll go this way first. All right, so weapons. It's a burst laser 1 and a bomb. But we can kill them because it's not an auto ship. Because that's usually the worst thing when it's an auto ship, and it's like you can't kill it either. You just have to run. Like here, although it's like there's a threat with the bomb for sure. We have to see how many crew they have, and if it's like 3 Mantis or something. I'm not sure. We might wait until like they run out of bombs then or something. All right, 3 humans, so that should be fine. I'm trying to think, I might still use a drone part. Like I think this is actually like fairly safe without a drone part, but I'm gonna do one anyway, just to like make it safer. I'm kind of okay with that. Because that's the thing, the ship is also like, as long as you get through this early game, get through it all right, you're usually kind of okay. Realize I want to do vent just this, or keep it close to vented. Where are you going? So is it going to do it? Is it going to do the double fires or something? No, no fires. Thank goodness. So now we just need to get this fight over with so we can repair that. But we've still got a good amount of O2 in the ship, and my doors aren't like in some weird way. All right, and we got another crew member here. Bunch of scrap. This is great. I mean, even if the Mantis, I mean, it's like repairs still suck, but even having a third body helps. And then also the offense is just so much better all of a sudden. Or we also have the option of like boarding with 2 and keeping 1 behind to like have a little bit of evasion and like faster repairs if we need them. All right, so you start repairing right away. But we're totally fine here. I'm not going to even send one of them to help because it's a real problem when it's like, it's easy, people like vent the whole ship too much to begin with. And they get the fires, and it's like by time you get the fires out so they can get in there, it's like you can't like restore enough oxygen and then they're just suffocating. It's such a problem so quickly. I mean, even then with getting help, it's like O2 still almost went below 30. So I'm also going to just like let it tick way up here before I take another jump. So not sure. It's, you know, there's a couple things. It's like, I kind of want to hold on to the scrap in case there's a store. It's like I can sell a couple things and get a weapon or something, and then I can deal with Zoltan shields and potentially like boarding drones better. I mean, not boarding drones, auto ships. You know, without relying on just the boarding drone. But this is really good. My win chances just went up pretty substantially, I think, by getting a third crew member. NG's probably ideal, but I'm not going to complain. Alright, this is moving to examine the station. Scrap. 10 scrap. Alright. Safe, free scrap, not a bad thing. I mean, drone parts are definitely more valuable in some ways. It's like I don't plan on using like a crazy amount of them right now. But lets me be like a little more liberal with them. Also, like when I get hacking, yeah, let's lead them to their location. I don't know if it's worth trying to go there or not. Let me see, how many jumps do I have? So, probably 6. Yeah, I think it should be 6. I guess that lets me go to like most of these. Like that might be the store, so I might not, you know, I might just miss it. For some reason I'm kind of surprised that that's 6. I keep like, hey, is that really like that far? But yeah, I mean, I think it'll be a little close, but this is crew risk, so don't do that. Dock, hull damage, but that's still like just trading some hull for scrap, which isn't necessarily a bad thing. Would have been great to get another crew member though. Get Dr. Jones on board. Yeah, because that's an option too for the counting round. Alright, so let's go here. And then we'll probably hit the quest. Ooh, asteroids. Zoltan Shield. Although, this actually works out a little bit because we normally couldn't get through them. So this is actually good that we're in asteroids. I think we'll do okay. The defense drone. I mean, we can kill them quick. Although I'm thinking it might be better to board with just 2 to leave someone behind. We'll have to see how it feels against the asteroids here on their weapons, because that's only really a problem if they're getting through. Because also this might take like some time to get dodges on these asteroids. Yeah, it's like these, all the asteroids hitting over here is just miss. Yeah, it's 3 in a row now, right? That have all hit in the front of the ship. Like I'm wondering if I should probably still vent. I don't really want to vent it with, well, I'll vent it a little bit. Oh, that's not even open there, jeez. Still 3 Zoltan Shield, come on. I've had shields hit by like at least 3 asteroids, not 4. miss anyways. Doing something. Still unsure. Like, part of me feels like there is some amount of risk going with all three, but I also know like I'll kill them really quickly. The thing is, you do have to wait, but I don't really see them being a threat once they're not firing at me anymore. It's just the asteroids, and I have the defense drone and the 2 shields. Like, that should be okay, I think. If we just dodge this ion, that would be like really great. Because I could have kept someone in shields first. I mean, in the engines until then. Yeah, see, that's... I don't know. I think I'm going to just kill them quick. It's gonna fire again. That's good scrap. Drone part. I mean, that's still kind of okay. You know, I hope between the evasion and the defense drone, they're not gonna like double tap O2, double fire something. I mean, they totally might. Every once in a while, asteroids just like come at you like crazy, but it's looking okay. Alright, so that went pretty well. Definitely like better conditions to find Zoltan shields under. Because at the time we boarded them, like our FTL drive wasn't even fully charged yet. So it's not like we would have like been running way earlier or anything. Like the fight would have been over about the same time if we ran, but we got scrap and everything instead. Alright, so I'm gonna hit up that quest first. Alright, 1 reactor upgrade. I mean, you know, that's always helpful eventually. Honestly, with this ship, it's like, that's one of the good things about it. They give you so much reactor to start out. So they start you out with 11 then. It's probably the highest. I mean, there might be some other ships that have that much, I'm not sure. NGC or something. But be surprised if any ships have 12. Alright, aid the civilian ship. Salt and shield. That's unfortunate. And the bomb. It's not ideal. Alright, I mean, you can kind of be anywhere, I guess. Just be on hand to like help repair. Some of these Zoltan shield sector 1 sometimes. I mean, I know Crow just had his Mantis B run. I watched a bunch of it. And his sector 1, he got almost nothing. Because the Zoltan shields and then auto ships were like running. And then, well, he had sold his boarding drone to get a crew member. But like, it might not have mattered because the auto ship running, it's like they usually get away anyways unless you breach into engines or piloting. It's like I kind of want to have as much oxygen in like here as possible, except for like, you know, keep O2 low if I can. But it's just the bomb that's a threat, obviously. Alright, empty room, that's great. No fires. Definitely glad we have at least the engines too. This would just take forever. I would have definitely considered. Well, actually, I guess I could have gotten it there. Because I was thinking about getting engines 3, but as an asteroid field. And then after, I think the quest jump, I was just like, yeah, whatever, it's fine. That's not ideal, obviously, because this can hurt us now, which is a big difference. It's like the chance of actually getting this up before this fight is, I mean, unless they take us something out right now. We'll get a dodge, or just hidden non-critical room would be great. Please don't be going for piloting. No. Shields, that... Alright, so I definitely want to get at least one shield level up if I can here. You know, that's go-go, normal repair speed. Alright, no fire there at least. This isn't going to be up in time though, I don't think, no. So it's probably 2 more damage. I mean, as long as it doesn't take out piloting, hopefully. We'll see where our options are for jumping away. There's a miss at least, and the empty room. That's good. One shield bubble, that's a big difference. Right now I'm just gonna wait as long as possible here before I jump. Oh, I got a store, that's great. Alright, what do I have for jumps? Yeah, it's like there's probably 2 full ones, but it feels dumb. It's like if I go there and it's like some crazy, you know, shield hack event, or like, I don't know how that'd work with it broken, but I'd still get one. But just with like, you know, some gross shit. I have to like repair shields up and they just bomb my shields again. It's just like, alright. GG, possibly. So we just go right to the store. And then we can take a nebula jump if we want. Or I might just leave. Getting out of there before that small bomb comes. Flak 1, alright, well there's a weapon. It's like love an NG or something, but I think even with a Mantis, it's like having another one. I don't have to think about this. I have to get my ship in order first. Then I can figure that out. Alright. That's oxygen going. Healing up. Yeah, it's like flak on its own isn't the ideal weapon setup for sure. Because it sucks against auto ships. Feeling a hanging floss runs on this. O2 as your second upgrade after teleporter. Yeah, because of what just happened. Yeah, I mean that's the thing. Like I know Crow had a run where he like went into a sun and he got a fire there, like a double fire, and then he just lost because it's just if you don't have an upgraded med bay or oxygen or something, You can just lose. Well, that's the thing. With the upgrade O2, you can actually lose still. That's why sometimes it's worth doing that upgraded med bay, because then you can repair O2 if it breaks, even if the ship is entirely vented. It's really difficult. It's like really tight micro where you have to like rotate them in and out. But that's enough to deal with the O2 problem. But yeah, it's like this ship just has, it's like having 2 Mantis is just not enough to keep a ship alive, even with 2 shields and a defense drone. There's things that just get you until you get something else online. All right. So that's definitely gone. It's like hacking's tempting, but that's not really our main problem right now. Like our main problem is Zoltan shields and auto ships, and potentially after that stuff like clone bays and med bays and stuff, which hacking helps. I mean, hacking also just helps us take like less damage, but that's, you know, not totally necessary. Yeah, we're short on fuel now. It's like I kind of wish I didn't give away 3 fuel for the drone parts, just because it's like I'm not used that many drone parts actually for a while usually. So I feel like that was not optimal. Yeah, I feel like that just fits. So it's like I can also sell the boarding drone and get an NG, which just, like, on one hand it feels like, oh, well, I already got a crew member, but having an NG is just such an advantage. Like, all the repair issues are suddenly so much smoother. I can also then board with 3 and then have an NG behind is like so good. And our defenses start out strong enough overall. I mean, it's like I want to get 40 scrap to get the flak on the line. It's the problem against auto ships now, I guess, if I do that. Yeah, I guess that's the question. Do I buy the NG? Do I upgrade to run the flak? Well, it's like, I'm not sure how much I want to go there if I don't upgrade to run the flak even, because it's like decent odds if there's a fight, it's an auto ship. So if I don't do something, yeah, I don't want to do that also because it's like, so I want to get some fuel. I think it's just like fear driving me to want to buy the NG, but I should be okay with 3 Mantis. And it's like I can get another crew member soon. NG 100%. Oh wow, yeah. I feel like if I didn't have the 3rd Mantis, I absolutely would buy the NG first thing, no matter what. Yeah, essentially invincible. This feels like kind of worth the risk to me, but also kind of like that's taking a big risk actually, because that's putting me back in the danger zone. If I take the NG, it'd be better odds there. It's like I don't need a weapon so desperately or scrap or anything, because if losing crew here is just such a bad idea. Because often I'll risk crew on that. Everyone thinks you overvalue crew. I feel like I want more crew. I mean, crew, I feel like they're kind of the same way about power, where it's like I always want to like value crew and power more. And it's easy to like avoid it too much because it feels like that's like the better way to play. And there's a point where it definitely screws you up because you avoid it too much. Rebel. I guess I'll go this way since it's like looks slightly green earth. Next purple gem in the middle. But at least it's late enough. Those could all be slugs, and I don't really mind going to slug places that much. Although it kind of sucks a little bit more doing boarding there. But we'll figure it out. Definitely got to keep an eye out for fuel stuff going on. Because it's like if we don't find fuel at any of these fights, there's only one store here. See, this is the lesson I learned on a slug B run where I lost. Because I had got like all weapons from every single fight and no stores since the very beginning of Sector 1. And it was just, then I went to a rebel sector. I ended up running out of fuel because I didn't get fuel from like anything. And I didn't rush through the sector quite fast enough. So I'm definitely like aware of that possibly being a problem. And it's also like, okay, yeah, we got the flak now. For a second I was like, oh shit. Beams. What are we going to do against beams? I think almost too bad. This could have been a good training ship. But not uncommon to see that. I definitely think it's a lot more worthwhile buying crew on Mantis B and C especially. Like with the 4-person teleporter, like until you're like really taking advantage of that and having like some crew on board, it's, you know, it's like a big difference in the power of the ship. All right, awesome. How do I want to arrange this? I kind of feel like it should just make you the pilot and board with the Mantis. And it's like you're slow, but you can deal with the fire and stuff fine. You get more health for bad repairs or whatever. I've got my favorite blue option because it's a good way to get a reloader putting out the fire. Although I don't really need a reloader right now. Hacking. Alright. We've got 3 crew. I kind of feel like I should just run the defense drone and just delay their hacking whatever they're trying to hack as long as possible. I can try and see if I can see where it's going, but it's tricky to do that often by the time that's firing at it. Yeah, and I'll just try and shoot their drone control, I guess. Because their weapons aren't a threat if the combat drone's down. Combat drone's always a threat. No trust in combat drones. I wish there was that system repair in there because I just kind of want to like jump into that. What's this gonna hit? Yeah. I think it's more worth keeping the evasion instead of repairing that immediately. This fight won't be too much longer. All right. Looking good. So the new member of the boarding crew, obviously. He's the only one combat training. Lead the squad. So this is looking like a pretty fortunate Mantis B run for sure. Getting everything we need. Getting into place here. As long as we don't run out of fuel. Alright, so what are we going to do? You definitely go there. I guess you go there. Missile, combat drone, they're fleeing, but that's fine. We'll just go right into drone control, so they won't be running anymore. Probably should have spun it up earlier and tried to like get it over here. Although I don't know if that matters a ton, honestly, with like how it hits stuff coming this way. All right. Yeah, because it's these two. You know, you can see it's just past the drone control even. There's actually some stuff you can do to help prevent that also. Like if you don't power the drone right before that's firing, that can help. And sometimes you don't have to power the shields or something if it's like just, you know, not a drone, but another weapon at times where you have enough time to put it down and get back up. All right. Store, great. That's great. I don't remember what that quest is. Federation base, maybe? If it is, that's worth going to. But definitely going to the store first, because I want to buy some fuel. Let's see, so we got 7 jumps left. Clean 7. Yeah, we got options for sure. I mean, I guess there's like an argument trying to get a little more scrap before coming here, so we could buy hacking or something also. Actually, yeah, because I don't really want to sell the drone, but we would need like quite a bit more because I'm just going to buy fuel, like buy it up. It's like with the crew we've got already and having like some kind of weapon to deal with Zoltan shields and stuff. We just have a lot of what we need to like win, even if we have bad luck. So it feels more worthwhile like controlling for those things immediately. Also, hacking's not like a necessity on the ship. I mean, I think I've always gotten it on my runs, but cloaking's definitely like an option. So we're definitely gonna attack them here. They don't have shields, so the flak's like not as big a liability. Looks like we've got tons of drone parts. So get you over there a little bit. Then depower you for when this guy comes. Alright, for when he's like targeting. Alrighty. So let's see. So we've got 5 jumps, but we go that way. That doesn't connect to the exit, so it doesn't actually work. This is borders at a sun, which isn't necessarily that. It's just annoying. I mean, it's like it's a known empty jump, but you have the FTL recharge faster because you're not in a fight. So it's usually, I think with even 2 engines, you get out of there in time. Also, you know, if we get hit with 1 fire, it's not that big a deal now. Because it's like that, pulsars always make me nervous. It's like I don't really want to go to a pulsar. I don't mind hitting that because I'm pretty sure that was a Federation base quest, which can be pretty worthwhile. If I go that way, I'm going to be missing out on a jump anyways because I have 5 more. I kind of feel like I should just go to the sun. My thought is like, I should be doing that first. I think we're okay. Right, yeah, let's just do that. Yeah, so all charges up pretty quick. So, a little combat training. Free defense drone, so that's not bad. I mean, that works out to 45 scrap right there. So that's pretty good for a Sector 2 reward. Feels worthwhile going there. Like, that's easily worth more than many jump. You know, if you had 2 jumps together that had, like, normal scrap, it could be way less. So this is double rewards. All the beams again. It's like they have so little combat training. It's like wondering if I should try and break some systems and stuff with them. We'll see. And also sometimes get good surrender offers from doing this. Not actually something I've done that many times. Also, it's like this kind of thing was just like, would take an hour to do on tablet. It would just be ridiculous. Like the crew micro is just so much slower, because anytime you select a crew, it pauses, because it's just like, it kind of needs to for the game to work on a tablet. So then you have to like move them and then unpause. It's just like, it's gonna take forever to do it that way. Alright. Bunch of scrap. They're close to level 2. They're both getting closer to level 1. It's like my only hesitation, well, also like we haven't really needed to, but my like hesitation in spending scrap is that there's so many nebulas coming up after Sector 3. It's like at least 2 in a row. And boarding can be a little less effective there if you don't have certain things. So it's like, I kind of hold on to scrap, because there's a chance I'll upgrade to a clone bay, which is something I don't normally do. There's a chance I'll try to just get a stronger weapon setup going with like hacking or something. Alright, we got a training fight. Is that what's going on here? Pretty sure that's what we got going on here, training fight. Somebody had a tiny bit of shields training, right? No? Alright. Oh, actually, I guess, whatever. Have you go. So yeah, I'm gonna run the speed hack here. Get our evasion training going, especially since we've got these two guys who can possibly stay in these positions for a while. Possibly get switched out if we get a slug or something, and then also might want to free the NG up, but might be there for a while. So let me get that going. But yeah, this is looking like a solid run for sure. I mean, I'm never like really confident until the ship's like crazy tricked out and more than ready for flagship. But especially with the boarding ships. But with 4-man teleport, it's just such a strong system to have. And like we've been doing good on scrap. So it's like you can deal with low scrap on the ship as it is. I think a weapon helps so much. And just like one more decent weapon, and that's like we can deal with a number of ships for a while. And just good crew. You know, always want more, but that's like this is a really solid crew for blue options and triple Mantis. Resources are doing all right now. So, looking like a solid run. I think at this point, as long as I don't make any major mistakes or run into just like the far extreme edge of bad RNG, looking solid to match Thomas's 80 win streak at least here. So I'm definitely happy about that. But hopefully it'll keep going. I think it's got to focus on this one ship at a time, because you can always like blow up a ship with your boarding crew on it and then suddenly like lose before flagship. But all right, I'm going to put up a quick break thing while this training goes on. Minimize it to go a little faster, hopefully. Hopefully it won't take too long. Not the fastest setup, but it's not so bad. Alright, so I'll catch you in a few minutes. Alright, so back to it. We've got trained up, evasion, everything else is fine. We don't need maxed out anything else. Let me get a weapons person over there, though. A tiny bit of weapons training makes a big difference, you know? Alright, shields down, first volley. And look at those tight little volleys there. When it's like, you know, we're safe from the ship and it doesn't matter. Both shots are just like triple right in the room. You know, couldn't ask for better. All three there, wow. It's like, because you can have ones that just like all of them miss over and over again just from the shape of the room. Like that right there. Yeah, so 3 in a row that all 3 hit the rooms, and now 2 in a row where none hit the rooms. Very swingy. Alright. Some more fuel, that's always nice. So yeah, I'm just obviously going to wait until at least the start of next sector to get some upgrades. Alright, so this one we reject them. Yeah. Because it's sometimes they beg, and then if it shows the crew, that means it's safe, and if they don't show the crew, that means it's super deception. I guess I didn't have my crew back in the position, so I didn't use the sensors, but they almost certainly have 3 crew at this point. I don't think they're going to have 4 crew. It's only Sector 2 still. We'll find out, I guess. Just going to shields. Yeah, so they have 3 crew. So if we, yep, any damage to their weapons makes that a safe fight. I wonder if we should do a little more training still. Let's get one of these guys. Well, you don't need it, so. Alright. It's like shields, weapons, oxygen, piloting, engines is the order that they prioritize. SWOPE. Like acronym, I guess. So you can go to engines, actually. Well, whatever. Go to oxygen next. Yeah, because they're both real close to getting a the level 1. Great. Oop. That's fine. Got a bunch of points there. Bunch of points, bunch of scrap. Points, scrap. It's kind of the same thing. They are equivalent to points, I guess. I think scrap is unmultiplied, added into the score. Well, like multiplied by the difficulty modifier, but it's not like the number of jumps or ships where it's like has a multiplier. Alright, this is a great one to find. Man, 3rd ship this sector that's just beam. It's like there's some I'm so glad that's like not, you know, stealth run where we don't have shields. But then also so many bad ships, I'd just be so grateful to run to that. But it's another one that's like so easy because they just all leave, so they're not running anymore. I'm not gonna do like the runaround thing this time. Alright, that's unfortunate. That's just about the worst reward I think we could get. It's like where shooting them down would be better, because it's like low scrap, or maybe that might be medium. That's not low scrap, because sector 2. That might be medium or just a bad high scrap roll, I guess. But map reveal on the exit beacon. Not the most helpful, but it happens. Alright, so we got a bunch of scrap. That was a pretty good sector. Alright. Mantis or civilian? It's like the only hang up would be because the double, but honestly, Mantis is like, usually I kind of like Mantis are lower scrap, but I go there sometimes because they have weaker ships. But not for boarding, because it's like killing a bunch of Mantis, even with other Mantis, is definitely a little trickier. It's like weird little like clusters here. Some sector layouts are like so wild. And then just like big spread out nebula, except for this little thing here. Definitely could do some strange dot to dots with this. So I guess I'll do that so I have a chance in case those are one of those is a store that I can get to them. So sector 3. I have so much power, it feels like a waste to not just do that at least. I have all this power I just like don't even need. Alright, destroy and loot the ship. 22 scrap, great. I might take that distress, honestly, because we do pretty good with distress options, and that just gets us like a bunch of scrap to make going to like possibly 2 stores worthwhile. It's only sector 3. I feel like we're still pretty strong here. I mean, auto ship's the biggest threat for sure. This one I'm pretty sure is crew loss. I think this one might be safe with Clone Bay. But I'm pretty certain this is going to be... Yeah, lose a crew member, but Clone Bay safe. You know, 1 out of 5 chance. So, that's definitely not worthwhile. I think that's possibly my one loss on this ship was when I was like not quite as serious yet in my win streaking at all. I think my best streak had been like 5 or 8 or something. And sector 1, there's an event that I was like, oh, I'm pretty sure that one's okay. And I think it was one where it was like okay with Clone Bay, and it was not okay without it. And I lost one of my 2 Mantis because that's all I had at that point. And then it was just like it was game over. It's like running to ships with 3 crew in Clone Bay, and there was nothing I could do. And it was after that loss and another one on Mantis A that was just like foolish, that I was like, okay, I need to like actually try harder or just like not bother doing win streaks, because it's just like that's a stupid way to lose. Boarding just makes so many fights so just like trivial. So yeah, doesn't matter how many shields they have, they only have 2 crew. I guess I'll still power up one of the defense drones. Good job. All right, repair this up. So probably by hacking. Oh, there's some options here actually, aren't there? Well, we're gonna sell one of these. That's an easy choice. Hacking's an option. Clone bay's an option. I'm not gonna buy more crew here. As nice as it'd be to have the 4th Mantis, we just gain more from some other options at this point. It's like burst laser is interesting. Small bomb is interesting. This is like, it's a little bit of investment to get this online. And it's like, you know, all these are things, it's like mostly thinking about auto ships and the Nebulas coming up. And it's like that's where Clone Bay kind of starts looking better and better. I mean, okay, I gotta get hacking. That's just a no-brainer. And then there's another store. It's like, well, I mean, I'll see. I might not go there depending what I do here. I mean, I don't, with having hacking, it's like small bomb fills like kind of the same role. It's like I've actually not sure if I've ever swapped Clone Bay. But I know it's like pretty valid strat for this ship. I mean, like the, you know, the no pause people like all go Clone Bay really quickly with the boarding. It's like for some reason I'm most tempted by the burst laser. That's just like the kind of player I am. I think it's also, it's like we're safe at this point. So, it's kind of not a huge deal. It's a, and here, I'd totally sell it for a burst laser too if they have it here. Battery, Clone Bay again. I mean, I guess I said I'd do it. And I'm kind of okay with it, honestly. That doesn't really upset me. Totally on board with that play. Like, not even being sarcastic. I feel like it sounds like I'm being sarcastic, but I'm not. In a lot of ways, that's better than running the flak. And it's like we don't need it up right away, but that just like, that's a decent weapon setup for quite a while. You know, just add one more like whatever in for flagship, just to speed up everything. But even if it's just like an ion or something for phase 3. Then we just want to get, you know, a couple more crew and upgrades. You can just have the one defense drone, that's fine. I mean, if we get a beam drone or something, that's nice, but... Alright. Hey, Ray Thomas. Yep, almost at 80. Yep. I was definitely worried with the ship. Like, because it's like, I know it can just go bad right away. And we had a couple bombs in O2, like really early, but none of those started fires, and I got a 3rd Mantis quickly, and was able to just like control stuff well enough. So, it's looking pretty good. What do we got here for jumps? 4 jumps. We'll see. It may end up being like 1 short in the nebulas. But yeah, definitely excited about getting up to 80. When I first started, that was the record, you know. And then like halfway through me doing this, I think Hollow set the 92, 93. I think it's 92. All right, Salt and Shields, but in an asteroid field again. All right, I guess this is better for taking down their shield faster, because it doesn't matter that's inaccurate. That's a little annoying. Should I vent you out of there, I guess? And I've got the drone parts. I'm just going to run the defense drone here. Probably open the door if I'm going to do that. Well, you kind of failed at the last asteroid field also. Yeah, 4-man boarding is just like ridiculous. That's the thing. It's like once you solve the like very early issue of this ship and get like a crew member and stuff, it's just like so strong. It doesn't matter if you have like a really bad game for a while, you can still get by just fine. And if like you have a decent game, you just like snowball really fast. All right. So I'm actually gonna switch to that in case I need to do something with that. I was just kind of waiting for mind control to end, and then I think I can just kill them before it comes on again. All right, ion charger. I was just talking about like, oh, let's find an ion charger or something for his own shield. Looking better and better. Working overtime there. This one, I'm pretty sure it's the same. Almost positive it's the same. Alright, that's not really a big threat. So it's like, oh, intruders on board on the boarding ship. Oh no. So I guess, yeah, I want to see if I can train these two guys the most. So yeah, you have it. Really? Oh yeah, because there's 2 that they were already swapping around. That's right. Yeah, there's something nice about Ion Charger. I feel bad about buying it a lot of the time. Unless it like just slots in really nicely. But I'm always happy to find one. I don't want to give it up. Like it's just so useful certain fights. And I feel like it's got a kind of cool look to it also. Alright, so I'm gonna get my weapon power up soon probably. Hacking. What do we do here? Still feeling good about my drone parts. Might as well be generous on that. They're running, and I don't have the best shots here. Yeah, of course, we have engines 3. So I'm wondering, like, it depends. Like, if they don't have a point in shields, like, there's a chance it's better, like, shooting their shields first. Or, like, yeah, I don't know. 3 probably is definitely obnoxious. Like, 2 is, like, annoying, but you can still, like, get it down in time, kind of, but 3, I'm, like, skeptical about. I mean, I might be able to jump before they run at least to not have the fleet advance. So close. But like relying on 3 shots to hit here is not great, you know, against 20%. I think it's like, you know, 50-50-ish. That's not what I meant to do. You stay there. Alright, dodge, that's great. Fire and just use this on the next one, or if they start going immediately. All right, so just one more. So we used up all their drone parts, I think. We must have. That's nice. Alright, so we got a fire going. Their jump is imminent. Like, don't know how long that gives me, but I feel like really would have rather been able to save that. I probably could have also. Just didn't know the extent of the timing I had there. Alright, but I can jump first. So I should still have 2 there. Alright. So that's okay. I mean, here I'm tempted to risk crew again, but that's okay. Losing crew member is definitely going to hurt me more than like what I need to get from that. Alright. Fight. You're not running that, you're running that. Actually, well, let's see. I can do hacking instead for, like, guarantee this happens. Well, actually, wait a second. This has too much of a buffer point. Which makes me want to save the power so I can just keep this up against Halberd. Because, yeah, this is a heavy ion, I believe. So, if I attack that, I'll do 3 damage there, and then I'll have to depower the burst laser or take damage from the Halberd, so that's kind of dumb. I guess I could, like, depower the burst laser here and make it hit, but yeah, I mean, it doesn't matter, because I need to do at least 3 damage to that before that comes offline. Which makes you just want to keep the 2 shields up until then. Alright, next volley should work, hopefully. Nope. Just right by the time we get down, it'll like repair back up within a moment. Alright, so that works there. Kinda wanna wait and see where that's going. Not use a drone part here if I don't have to. Oxygen. I mean, if that's like more than level 1, that's kind of a problem, I think. Good job. Actually, I don't know. Don't run into the medbay in case that's some weird way they hack medbay sometimes. Actually, go through there in case there's some O2 issue. Alright. I'm good with that. Oh, nice. They actually only had 1 shield with a buffer then. Because I was surprised they hadn't put up a second shield bubble at all. That makes sense though. Alright, so this fight worked out pretty safe. The auto hacker. Alright, Uncharted. So, hopefully at least one of these that we run into is a slug instead of an Uncharted. But, you know, if they're all Uncharted, it should still be okay. I may have that to sell. I mean, I don't really want to sell that. I may need fuel. It's like the dumb reason to go to a store, but I'm just going to go there right away. What do you got? Respirators. I mean, there's something there with boarding auto ships. Clone Bay. I mean, there's definitely something there with boarding auto ships, too. But with these weapons, I kind of feel like I can just upgrade weapons and do it that way. Not break my habit of never buying Clone Bay. Or never switching other than on a Slug B. Yeah, so I'm not going to buy any of that stuff right now. It's not. I mean, if this was like 20 scrap, I would totally buy it. There's just so much power on it. It's like I haven't bought a single power bar. I got one free, and I feel like I'm still not like short on power like at all. It's just kind of ridiculous. So I got a 6-shot volley and a 4-person teleporter, and hacking, and defense drone. Feel pretty happy about that. Got full hull. Fuel is like the only thing, just because Nebula is easy to fall behind in with fuel. I feel like I can get away with weapons hack here. I gotta get consistent. I need a like dedicated weapons person soon. Yeah, lots of Nebula. That's part of the reason I was like down to favor just like a heavier weapons setup and like favor buying weapons, because I feel like in Nebulas it's more frequently you're not going to do boarding if you don't buy a clone bay, because just so many auto ships. And then also like against slug ships, often you kind of want some kind of way to disable their mind control or cloaking or something. Getting to the point where I'm not sure if I like want to spend a drone part to stop. I guess it's an Artemis. I mean, 14's still pretty good. Why not? Good job. Beautiful. Beautiful volley. So many misses right there. There we go. And another store. Alright, I can kind of like do that then or something. Or wait, here's the advance. I think I can just hit one Nebula before it. Get kind of stuck going all over the side here then. I mean, what am I buying there? Scanners and fuel. I mean, I guess that's like a okay enough reason to go. Mostly the fuel, which is like crappy, but we're so far ahead it's kind of okay. Battery. I guess that's kind of like perfect. I mean, I don't need the battery really right now, just to like have it. I guess there's like more helpful upgrades I could get at this point than having a battery. Well, actually, I guess if I'm going to do all these things, then I'm going to not have scanners to know about storms and whatever. Battery's pretty helpful. Pretty strong in the plasma storms. Alright, this one I think this can double, but I mean it's still worth. Yeah. I think you need scanners too for that one. or long-range scanners. It's just like standard Uncharted Nebula stuff. Alright, they're all in hacking. Is everyone trained at this point? No, just... whatever, yeah, everyone... Alright, they're all going in here, that's fine. Trade you out. Alright, get a guess at how much we have left here. Probably like 7. Yeah, I mean, there's a bunch of ways to play it. It's like, this is what I get for... Yeah, it's like, ideally you're just supposed to micro your power every single fight, like before we jump into a nebula, just in case it's this, for this exact reason. So that might be some free damage right there. Alright, now what do we want to do? So this might actually work out okay here. I think we don't bother the defense drone for that one. So that's fired. little bit longer than I kind of wanted to. So that's going to hit. You're going to shoot now too, right? That's fine. Just going to let that happen. Alright, so weapons are down. Drones, they have like a buffer in, of course. So it's not totally safe to do this, but I'm gonna like try to do it without microing power for every single shot right now and just let it kind of shoot some. Watch for like a double hit. And then hopefully we can take out a decent chunk of drone control here. So we can go down to one shield and still power both weapons. This fight doesn't take like forever. Alright, so I took out all but 1 point of drone control there. So that's awesome. Actually let that go slightly longer than I meant to, because I knew it was happening. I just shuffled it funny. Alright, pretty glad with my micro on that fight. I wasn't like even totally planning on microing every shot that intensely, but then I just kind of like instinctually was like, alright, I should just do this. Because it's one of those things where it's like, it's totally fine. Sometimes you can just like let them run for like a minute, you don't get hit, and then all of a sudden it just does like a crazy like triple hit with fires and just swipes through your weapons and your shields. I guess I'm probably going to want to get it from there, so I'll go up this way first. Alright, get power at this fight. Or empty beacon, I guess. Power at this empty beacon. And no power at this fight. Yeah. Alright, so they have drones inside, so they have like anti-personal or something going on. No healing though. Probably. I don't know how many crew they have actually. Oh, let's find out what's going on. Yeah, anti-personal and that one. Trying to think if I want to hack something, if I want to, well, I guess I can do that. They only have the one there. That's kind of what I want to shoot. They can just break the weapons. I'm gonna shoot that now. That's annoying. Oh, I think I have my teleporter. I know it. I can feel it. They're gonna bomb my weapons. Alright, that's fine. Up doors. Alright, that's cool. That's all fine. Oop. You stay in there, come on. Alright, so I feel like these have all been going pretty well. I mean, pretty strong setup we got going on here for sure. Like, kind of annoying fights. You know, I was hoping it's like, okay, 4-man boarding, now we'll get a bunch of just like sectors we can just like kill crew real quick, civilian, pirate. Even like Zoltan now that we can get shields down easy. But just like, I don't know, it's just like all these fights, it's like micro power. And they're auto ships, and I didn't buy Clone Bay. But it's like, I don't love that either, because then you have to vent your crew like every single fight or something. Obviously we're just going to attack it. Gotta get better about sending you guys over. That helps, for sure. Oh, Iron Bomb, where are you going? Hacking. I do not like Iron Bomb whatsoever. I almost feel like I should be showing the drone control here, because if the Iron Bomb does hit shields, that's what's the problem, is the drone. Just kind of safe to take that out. Alright, one more volley and we're good. Investigate. Alright. A little low on fuel, but should be okay. Let's see. Yeah, no, I think we're just going to do 1, 2, 3. That's perfect. Yeah, definitely won't be a next time open fire. Let them board over first. one of you. That's almost sad. Come on. Ooh, fire is fun. I might let you guys kind of deal with that yourselves for a minute before like jumping in there and doing something dumb. Oh, you're not even bothered now because it's quadruple fire? Is that what's happening? Oh, you're trying to get into there? Because there's fire in there? Sometimes they'll like then jump. They get like trapped in weird ways. You can definitely get the like NG jumping over with like 15 health from the burning ship. Yeah, I think they might just burn down. You're still not fully trained. How are you not fully trained? Oh, that's on fire too. Come on, I know that's where you are. There we go. Oh wait, I'm gonna have to dive, aren't I? I just realized I counted that wrong because this is Uncharted, and I was like counting it as it's not. Ugh, crap. I mean, that should be fine. Got the scrap to do upgrades and stuff, but definitely kind of annoying. Not totally safe from your weapons, but it's like I knew because I counted it right one time and then counted wrong. Well, I counted wrong and then I caught it and counted right, and then I got confused again, did it wrong. Just like going back and forth in my head. Can handle 1 damage. So I'm not running anymore, and our volleys will hit. So as long as they don't take out our weapons before they fire here. All right, I like to see that. Pretty safe fight at this point. Yeah, absolutely. I mean, that's fine. I don't have cloaking, but I'll pump up my engines, maybe my shields. And I don't know if I'll crew kill them or not, because it's like they'll probably have like 5 crew or something. I feel like it'd probably be better to just run. 2 missiles for 3 drone parts. That's an easy trade. Alright, so definitely going to do that at least. Like, that's definitely an option. I don't want to do that soon anyways. Like, do I really want to spend everything? I mean, what do I really need scrap to buy at a store other than like a little fuel or something? It's like, this is just everything I need for the whole game. So might as well just buy upgrades. It's like I'm a little thin on power then, but whatever. Start you off like this, I guess. Bunch of lasers. But only 2 shields, so it's like I want to like do this. Do they only have 4 crew? Find out. So I think what I'm going to do here is just like let them see how they start firing with this and stuff, and then I'll try and split their volley up. Just check real quick. Yeah, they only have 4 crew, so I guess there's a chance that like we could have just boarded them. But without a 4th boarder, it'd be a bit slow. Alright, so yeah, I want to hack him at this point for sure. Chance will take damage because I don't have 3 shields up, but that's okay. Alright, that's good. Dodge on the shield. Alright, all 3 hit. They took all their weapons down there. That's definitely nice. Alright, miss on the ASB. Oops. You stay there. Oops. Yeah, I mean, I'm not going to kill him in time. If I had jumped over and stuff, I could have done it, but if I had a higher level teleporter, maybe I'd think about it more. Well, I'm not sure if it does the instant recharge thing or not. I don't think it does. I think it's like asteroids where it won't recharge until whatever, until you're out of here. So yeah, let's just jump. What do we got? Slow controlled or uncharted? Definitely slow controlled. And goes into options. All right. So what? This is sector 5 now. Yeah. All right. So I think I'm going to call it a night here. I could go a little bit longer, but I feel like it's just kind of nicer to split them in the middle sometimes. Otherwise, it's like the next stream can end up being really short if it's just like 2 sectors. Yeah, ASB will prevent instant. That's what I thought. So it didn't feel worthwhile there without like at least a level 2 teleporter or cloaking or something. It's like I don't care about chasing the score. It's just like the 1 fuel is nice if you can just grab it, but yeah, so I'm going to call it a night. Tomorrow night is a maybe, right? What is tonight's Friday? Yeah, it's like I'll probably be able to finish this one of the 2 nights this weekend. I'm not sure which one. But if I don't, one of those 2 nights, then definitely Monday. I'm definitely I've been more motivated to try to like stream and stuff and get these runs. I think being close to 80 and finishing off the 3rd cycle also are both like motivations. And then also just like streaming it has given me it's like refreshed playing FTL after getting a little burnout on the tablet. So it's been nice. But yeah, so good night. Hope you guys have a good day, good weekend, and catch you next time. Let's see, do I have anyone? No, I don't have anyone on there. Alright, so yeah, I'm not gonna do a raid or anything. Alright, let's just exit out of here. Definitely smooth Mantis B run. Very satisfied with that. Alright.